And a lot of people and a lot of organizations throw out like customer first or customer centricity. And that's all well and great, but like no one knows what that actually means and no one knows how to do it. So let's go into 3 questions that you can ask yourself. And whether or not you're doing balanced scorecard or not, I think these are very valid and useful questions to ask yourself and your team. So 3 questions here. First question, are you considering all of your customers? Do you know all of your customers, or do you just talk about the kind of traditional customer people think about, the external customer? Like we serve dentists in Montana or whatever. So if that's your customer, that's great, do that. But you also might have other customers. A big one I see missed are internal customers. So internal teams. You could have a setup where you might have shared services, like shared services teams that are supporting and supplying deliverables or solutions, services, or information to other internal teams within that same organization. But just how it's structured, you can think like team one, the shared services team, can think about team two as their quote unquote customer. So in terms of balanced scorecard, in team one's balanced scorecard, the customer perspective might be geared toward team two, and that's technically an internal team within that same company. So that can be a customer. You can also think about channel partners or strategic partners or important vendors, supply chain lines, things like this. I've also been a part of teams where, let's say there's 4 teams, and all 4 teams are directly interacting with the external customer, kind of what we traditionally think about as the customer. So all 4 teams are customer facing, but internally there's dependencies and there's a handoff that has to happen smoothly between those 4 teams. So it's kind of like a relay race. So you see like at the Olympics, like the track people who they run one lap and then hand off the baton to their teammate who runs the next lap. It's kind of like that sequence internally. And so you might have 2 customers in that sense. You might have the external customer, and then you also might have an internal team that you have to hand the baton off to smoothly in order to do your job well.